What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be going over 49ers Steelers, Seahawks against the Rams, Patriots against the Eagles, and Bears against the Packers. First game I want to be going over is the Packers Bears. Jordan Love. It's really not his first game starting, but it's his first game being an actual number one quarterback. So I was really excited to see how he played. He played very decent, or very um like not average, but not above average. Like he was right in the middle of that. There was good play calling. Aaron Jones ended up with the hamstring injury in the second half, like late third quarter, after he did a Texas route, or on the announcers were calling it an option route. For me personally, I thought it was a Texas route. He ended up beating his linebacker, but Aaron Jones is an excellent route runner for a running back, so he'll beat any linebacker. So that was a good play call right there. Other than that, they had one play where he was rolling out left, but it was a screenplay for the right side. So Jordan Love scrambled all the way to the left, and he threw it across the field, a screenplay, and Aaron Jones ended up getting like huge yards, like 50 yards off that. So that was cool to see also. Packers defense, Jair Alexander was all over DJ Moore. That's the defense that should have been it last year, but Packers defense was not that good last year. Maybe they'll be good this year. Something that should have been last year, maybe it's this year. As far as defense goes, on offense, Romeo Doubs, I think, had 2 touchdowns. A beautiful pass from Jordan Love to Romeo Doubs. Back shoulder fade for a touchdown. Excuse me. And then I don't know who, because Jordan Love had 3 touchdowns. Aaron Jones, Romeo Doubs, and I'm not sure if Romeo Doubs had 2 touchdowns. I can't remember, but nonetheless, Jordan Love found a pretty open guy in the red zone. So yeah, like I was saying, I don't know if it was Romeo Doubs. I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm pretty sure Romeo Doubs had 2 touchdowns. I do not remember. But overall, I guess Packers played solid. They had really no running lanes. Like nothing spectacular as far as the run game goes. Everything I was focusing on was Jordan Love. Jordan Love is playing behind a really above average offensive line, so I think that's going to help him out as well. Other than that, that's about it for the Packers. Nothing spectacular that game really happened, other than like 2 play calls. As far as the Bears go, Justin Fields, you hope this is his breakout year. I believe this is his 3rd year in the league. I just don't like him. Maybe he's not the issue. Maybe his offensive coordinator calls like 50 screen calls. Like, dude, call something else. It's playing behind the sticks. I believe there was one instance they were like 1st and 30. 1st and 30. One was like a face mask on the offensive line, something like that. And then the very next play was like delay a game. Like, how does that happen? It was like 1st and 30. Like, I'm not even joking. Bunch of screen calls to the point where the fans were booing them. It was very, very disappointing. Very disappointing to see from Justin Fields in that offense. Whenever Justin Fields would drop back, he wasn't slinging it because he can't see guys open, or the guys don't get open, or just horrible play calling, or mixture of both. Mixture of receivers can't get open, mixture of he can't see nobody, but the guys get open, or what was the other one? Anyway, you guys get what I'm saying. It was just bad to see. Justin Fields is an incredible athlete. You can see it when he scrambles and takes off with his legs. He knows what he's doing for sure. You don't want to get him in the open field because he'll make you look silly. But as far as a passer, You might got to get rid of the offensive coordinator, have somebody else call plays. Because what I saw from film, that's not the move. From the game I saw, that's not the move. 50 screen calls. Believe their best drive was when they ran the ball with the rookie Johnson. He made the offense a little bit more electrifying. But even that was just like a drive or two. So maybe he's what they need. Dunta Foreman had some good carries in there, though. I really like Dunta Foreman from Carolina, who stepped up last year after they traded Christian McCaffrey. So that I like Dunta Foreman. But me personally, I like big backs, though. I like heavier set backs. I like when they set the tone and run people over and are pretty shifty. It's hard to get that balance, obviously, but that's what I like. So I'm a Dunta Foreman fan. But really sad to see their defense. They're not. I don't like them. They're a team that's gonna be. Well, if they can change their offense, maybe play with the lead, maybe it's a different defense. But that was a game I was just like kind of disappointed about. Jordan Love and the couple passes he made that game exciting, but I really want to see Justin Fields take it to the next level. With his athleticism, he could easily be top 5 QB in the league, but got to fix the line, better play calling. Stop calling screens. Open up the playbook. You know what I mean? But Packers end up winning that division rival game. Looks like Packers still own the Bears. Maybe that'll change, but I don't see that changing this year. Unless if you get a different play caller for the Bears. I'm not overreacting. I don't know who their offensive coordinator or their play caller was last year, but seems like to be the same guy. I don't like him. I know it's only week 1, even if they did change. I don't like it. That's me personally, but we'll see what happens. Packers end up winning that game. Next game I want to talk about is let's go over the Seahawks Rams, another division rival game. This was a good game first half. Now I say good game first half because the Rams defense stepped up second half, which I normally don't talk about defense first, but the Rams defense only allowed about 3 yards in the second half. They shut down Seattle bad. I mean really bad. Aaron Donald and like everybody calls them, Aaron Donald and his friends, his pals, his brothers, they were giving that Seahawks offensive line like headaches. They would come around with loop blitzes, not loop blitzes, but you know what I mean. I guess it is a loop blitz, but loop stunts maybe. They were just confusing the offensive line, and of course, if you bring Aaron Donald on the loop, he's going to be the main focus, obviously, as he should be. But it was just giving that line fits. It was like they had no clue on how to stop them. The DBs played really solid, surprisingly, considering the fact that they're like 1-year pro guys, 2-year pro guys. They're just not your known DBs, you know what I mean? They played really solid and make sure nothing got over the top. Everything was in front of them at all times. So that was really, I guess, kind of encouraging. They played to their Seahawks strengths and made Seahawks adjust because they got Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, 2 guys that can go over the top of a defense. So the Rams defense did not allow that, which is amazing. The Rams offense looked good. I'm not going to say better than with Cooper Kupp. That's kind of dumb to say. But spreading that ball around. Jefferson, Puka, and it starts with the Atwell. I believe it's Atwell. Distributing the ball to everybody. It was fun to see. Cam Akers, and I believe the backup for Cam Akers is Williams. But anyway, everybody was touching the ball. Seattle defense didn't know who to guard. And there was one instance where Matthew Stafford, late in the fourth quarter, threw a dime to to Puka, and it was just a laser. Puka beat man. He was beating zone. I mean, that was a strike from Matthew Stafford, though. I mean, they can't get any better than that. That looked like young Matthew Stafford. So that was really fun to see. Sean McVay's offense, everything looks the same, but it's always different, if that makes any sense. So you're like motion, it like kind of like jet motion, sweep a guy behind Matthew Stafford, and they'll snap it, and it'll be a pass. The very next play, it'll look the same thing, but it's going to be a run. The very next play, it could be like a jet motion sweep, but the routes are totally different. So I think that's what helps out those young receivers and Matthew Stafford out. It just confuses the defense. So I was impressed by the Rams. I thought they were going to be horrible. And Seattle's supposed to be a team that's supposed to maybe take a wild card spot. Maybe that's going to change. Sean McVay has his boys playing. Everybody might like to play for Sean McVay. So I can't wait to see week 2 for the Rams, because if they keep doing that, they could be a dark horse and get into the wild card. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how they play. Now, as far as the Seahawks, excellent first half. Excellent first half. Good play calling. Kenneth Walker had he had like 60 yards, 64 yards going into the half. So that was really good. They were distributing the ball pretty good as well. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, like everybody was touching the ball. They were moving the ball. I believe they had, I'm drawing a blank. I think the final score was like 30-13. So they had 13 points going into halftime. Good yards. Nice little good fade route to DK Metcalf for a touchdown. But then second half, that offense stayed in the locker room. 30 yards second half? Come on, man. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's supposed to be only Aaron Donald. I'm sorry if you guys hear my dog panting. He's just in my room just panting away. But, yeah, I don't know. The Rams offense, the Rams defense, I don't think they're that good. It should be shutting down Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and Kenneth Walker. Their offensive line is not the best. It's probably below average, which is not good. But 3 yards in the National Football League, you're a pro. I mean, I'm sure you can sneak me in at running back. I can get a nice little 3-yard run. And I'm not in shape no more. But 3 yards is a joke. Maybe they had a little bit more than 3 yards, but they could not move the ball at all. And since they couldn't move the ball, to end the game, the Rams had about 75 plays to the Seahawks 50. So the Seahawks defense was also tired, which probably led to the Rams having more success on offense, which could be a huge part, because you know you can't play when you're tired. So, I'll show you what. He's playing with a tennis ball. Come here, Luca. Come here. See? But yeah, it's just not acceptable. Okay, buddy. Go. Go. Luca, go. Yeah, it's just very unacceptable. I'm sure Pete Carroll is going to do some coaching adjustments for week 2, changes the game plan up. But that cannot happen again. So, Seahawks have a good weapons. It's just really the offensive line. The defense, they're not good, but I think they could be better if the offense starts moving the field and giving them some rest. Bobby Wagner's obviously back with the Seattle Seahawks, so that was cool to see back at his home, back with his actual team. So overall, that game was exciting to watch because I did not expect the Rams to do that well. So that's any given Sunday, as the saying goes. As the saying goes, any given Sunday. So that was a fun game to watch because it was an upset game for me. So that was cool to see. Now we're gonna go over we got 2 games left. We're gonna be going over the Steelers and the 49ers. Not much to talk about here, other than the 49ers dominated. From start to finish, they dominated. They were bullying, excluding TJ Watt. He was the only guy that really didn't get bullied. He was doing bullying himself. He forced a couple of sack fumbles. But I want to talk about the Steelers defense. There was a few instances where it was, let's say, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 4, and the DBs are just playing off, like way off. Like I get you can't always be playing press, man coverage, or just press in general, because they're pretty much a zone defense. As the only good DB is Patrick Peterson, and he's old. He's just old, so he can't really play man like he used to in Arizona. So they're mainly a zone defense. They pretty much pray and hope TJ Watt gets to the quarterback, which he can. But like I was saying, some of these 3rd and 4s, 3rd and 8s, they're playing like 10 yards off, and the 49ers will get first downs from that. And there was one instance where if you just play press and throw off the timing of the release of the route, it's a sack because they made Purdy roll out to the left. And if you just play press, that's a sack or incomplete at the most, or at the least, I should say. So it was really I was really aggravated watching that. And I'm not even a Steelers fan. I was just noticing the dumb play calling. That's really what it is, dumb play calling. Really disappointing to see. Especially Steelers, they're known to be a defensive team pretty much their entire existence of being in the NFL. It was just sad. Sad to see. And on offense, they just got obliterated. I mean, I'm going to show a few clips of Fred Warner right now. That dude can stop the run. He sniffs the run out. And let's talk about him in the pass coverage. He's a linebacker that knows how to play corner, it looks like. He whips his head around. Not very many linebackers do that. Not even DBs know how to do that. That's why they get pass interference called on them. You saw him turn his head around, interception. I mean, it's just incredible to watch that linebacker play. Maybe the best linebacker in the game right now. He's just fun to watch. Everybody talks about, I guess Niners are known for their defense, but man, I have to post these clips of Fred Warner because he's truly special to see. On offense, Niners did their thing, bullied everyone, excluding TJ Watt, who's just a phenomenal edge athlete, edge rusher, edge football player. He can do it all. But Christian McCaffrey did his thing, obviously. Brandon Ayuk looks like he's keeping the same progress as he did second half of the season last year. Brock Purdy loves Brandon Ayuk. Deebo Samuel was doing his thing too. They're just a really fun team to watch on offense as well. Kyle Shanahan has them boys playing. Brock Purdy, surprisingly, from being Mr. Irrelevant, he's relevant now. He's playing solid. He's playing really solid. So, yeah, there's not much to talk about from this 49ers Steelers game, but man, Fred Warner is just a joy to watch. Like I love defense. So watching the 49ers play, it's just amazing. Speaking of defense, let's go on to the Patriots Eagles game. I need to take a sip of water though. Yeah, let's talk about this Eagles Patriots game. Let's talk about the Eagles defense. I love that defense. Love it. I love that they drafted Jalen Carter, who I think is gonna tear up the league. He's gonna be good this year, but as years go on, he's gonna be a beast. Along with Jordan Davis, yeah, that's gonna be a nasty, nasty front. And they still got Fletcher Cox and Hassan Reddick. So just those four men, they're gonna get offensive line and running backs, and just the offense fits. They're excellent. They are excellent. Then they got um, geez, Darius Slay and James Bradbury as DBs. They're just fun to watch on defense. They ended up with the pick six. But yeah, after that pick six, Jordan Davis, the very next offensive play, he shedded his block and he forced a fumble. And the Eagles got a touchdown off that, so they got 14 points off turnovers. So that defense was flying early. But late in the second quarter, I think that defense was out there too long. Mac Jones, I'm not a fan of. But he impressed me this game. Did some really good throws. The interception really wasn't his fault. A little bit it was because he wasn't really under pressure, and I thought he forced or he threw it too early. So the ball was set a little too high. It ended up being off the receiver's hands and ended up being a pick six. But that really wasn't his fault. Mac Jones was throwing some lasers. I mean, there was one ball where he just sailed the ball over it was a 2-minute drive. He sailed, barely threw the ball over the defender's hands, but like a hair. Like it wasn't even a lot. Beautiful pass, and he ends up throwing a strike post route to one of his receivers. I forgot his name, but it was a nice throw. So Mac Jones really impressed me on how he played. Second half, Eagles finally were able to come up for some first downs. Good play calling too. I wasn't a fan of the play calling. I think Eagles won because of the defense. Points off turnovers was huge. This was probably the most or the best team win game I saw this week was the Eagles. The defense helped the offense, and then later the offense helped the defense to the point where late, how should I say this? For the 2-point conversion, they pretty much held the Patriots held one of the linemen for the Eagles. They didn't get the 2 points, which ended up being huge, obviously. Just the Eagles. The Eagles front really impresses me. Like that's what really stands out for me in that game is the Eagles front. Like I probably want to see more and more of that front because I haven't seen the front that good in a minute, and that's because they haven't reached their full potential. Because I think Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter are going to only get better, and that's because they're playing against a good offensive line. I think Patriots always have had a good line, like either average to above average. They were never like elite, but they were always really good. That was a really fun game to watch. Just because I think they're two football teams that are well coached, and if the Patriots can keep up with the Eagles the way they did, they might be a sleeper team to make the wild card in the AFC. Especially if Mac Jones is playing the way he did. Yeah, they could be a force. So maybe this is Mac Jones' breakout year. If it is, that's exactly what they need. That's exactly what they needed. Does he have the strongest arm? No. But neither did Peyton Manning. Just get the ball there make sure it's accurate, read the defense, and go from there, you know? But overall, yeah, like I said, just a real fun game to watch. Eagles should be right there at the top with the 49ers. Just the play calling for the Eagles bothered me a little bit. I think they got to get more RPOs in there. And where's Goddard and Swift at? I think Swift had like 2 touches that game. Goddard had 0 catches. Let's get them involved. Get them involved. They are playmakers. You traded for Swift. Let's get them involved, man. Let's get them involved. I want more RPOs from Jalen Hurts. Like, seeing the Colts game is exactly what Jalen Hurts needs. Because that's what Shane did. Maybe Shane's a QB guru. That's the only cause for concern I had for the Eagles was letting Shane go. I mean, they have their... If I'm not mistaken, you guys can write down in the comments if I'm right or wrong. But I'm pretty sure the play caller now is the QB coach from last year. But I don't know if he's going to do the same as Shane did. It's only week 1. He can still get better. But, man, I think Shane's really going to, I'm not going to say hurt them, but it's going to make a difference. So I really want to see how the offense progresses. Hopefully that the offensive coordinator learns and gets better because that offense has weapons all across the board, top to bottom. Best offensive line in the league by far. So I just want to see better play calling from that team on offense. Defense, they did their thing. If you move the ball, that defense gets rested or gets rest, easily top 3 in the NFL. So I think that's going to conclude this video. I covered everything. I might miss a few pointers here and there, but I'm not going to read everything from my notes because then I'm just going to sound like a robot. But I expect the last 4 or 5 games Thursday. Thursday, which would be the September 14th. So expect that tomorrow before the Thursday night game. But yeah, if you like this video, like and subscribe, comment down below, share it to your friends. Like I said, I'm still trying to get better at this. Maybe I don't know. I'm just trying to get better. It's my first time doing this. Thank you guys for supporting me. Yeah, that's it. And I need to stop saying But yeah, thanks for watching. Peace. I'm out. Have a good one.